Wiley Snow looked across the vast prairie spread out before him. He loved the view and enjoyed walking or riding to the top of this particular rise, a mile south and east from his house. He enjoyed sitting in the tall prairie grass to gaze at the sunrises and sunsets. At the moment, he was waiting for neither, and instead felt the sun beat upon his skin, warm but not blistering. When he moved, grass tickled his hands. It smelled like hay, clean and refreshing. He looked eastward toward the tree line. Clouds blanketed the sky there and dimmed the sun, but he could see patches of blue and white amidst the gray. There was a dense forest beyond the tree line that stretched up the mountains to give way to gray peaks and what little snow lingered. He loved this time of year when summer refused to give way to autumn. All around him, the prairie was still in full bloom, dotted with wildflowers of yellow, pink, purple, and white. The air had become crisper in recent days, and in the mornings he could detect the faint smell of hay and moist soil beneath it all. As he looked out over the prairie, Wiley spied a small herd of antelope grazing in the distance. It wouldn't be long before they moved on to greener pastures now that fall was just around the corner. He watched them leap across the landscape, their white bellies flashing in the sun as they ran. The sight left him content and peaceful, as it always did when he visited his favorite lookout spot. As he sat, admiring nature's beauty around him, he remembered why he'd come here today. He had some thinking to do, and when he decided some things, would have to tell Father. He pushed the thought aside and squinted toward the horizon. The grassy prairie stretched for miles, still unbowed by man's hand, and the sky toward town promised nothing but hope for tomorrow, or at least that afternoon. It looked like a storm was brewing over the tree line and would reach town soon enough. He sighed and closed his eyes. Clear Creek was now his home, and he reveled in the idea he could make a difference here. It wasn't as if the town was destitute or needed special attention. It was a quaint little place he'd come to love. The people were friendly, the land surrounding the town beautiful, and there was plenty of clean air and pristine water. There were also young people here, some his age, some older, and they were starting families. He wanted to teach their children, give them wisdom to live by, and was trying to decide how to do it, become their new schoolmaster or preach in the church. Clear Creek already had a preacher, but he'd want to retire one day, wouldn't he? Maybe he could teach until that time. After stretching his legs, he took one last look around before heading home. He was thankful for his good fortune and, for the moment, could only think of one thing. Clear Creek had everything he needed, including a simple life unfettered by the hustle and bustle of a big city like New York. He shuddered just thinking about the vast metropolis he used to call home.